Hi, it's Steve. Thank you for taking a couple of minutes out of your day to take a look at this video. I wanted to announce that I'm releasing a new trading product. You may know me from my Forex reviews, but I've put together some trading systems in the past. LazyTrading.com, NASDAQProfits.com, IPS, and others. You may have some of those copies through my bonuses or purchasing those products, and they're solid systems. I'm ready to release a new trading product on Wednesday, September 23rd that deals with the FOMC. I wanted to take just a couple of minutes of your time right now and explain what it's all about and why you should care, and give you some examples of why I'm so excited about this system. This system is something that I've personally traded for years now, but I'm now only putting together a product that is available to the public. And actually, it's not even available to the public at this time. I'm only releasing it to those people that are on my trading and Forex list. What is the FOMC? FOMC stands for the Federal Open Market Committee. Their big issue that they deal with is interest rates, actually U.S. interest rates. It's a very powerful committee, and Wall Street waits and goes over every word when they release a statement. The committee meets 8 times a year, so you'll only have 8 possible trades with this system. So why should you care? You should care because Wall Street cares, and if they care, that means a lot of people are trading based on what the FOMC has to say, which means there's potential for profitable trades, which is what we all care about. How can a person profit from this? If you know the direction of the market after the FOMC announcement, you can make tremendous gains. I've studied this for years and have traded it for years with some very nice profits. I want to show you a couple examples of that now. Here you're looking at a Dow chart back in late January 2009. The FOMC came out with their announcement. They usually come out with their announcements on Wednesdays, and again you'll get a schedule of all the FOMC meetings in this system. They come out with their announcement at 2:15 on a Wednesday. You'll see this chart right here is the 2 o'clock hour. This is a 1-hour chart. You can see the last hour was a spike down and then came back and closed roughly near the top for the day. But what we do is we trade the day after the FOMC. And you can see from here it was a nice day to be in the market. Obviously it was a down day, but if you know ahead of time that the market's going to be down, you can short the market and do extremely well. This was about 150 points winner in the Dow with the FOMC system. So let's take a look at a more recent example. Okay, we're looking at the June FOMC day now. June 24th 2009, they released their statement, their announcement around the 2:15 area. You'll see the spike down. This is the 2 o'clock hour here on this bar here. It spiked down a good 60 points on the Dow after the announcement, came back down even further the next hour, and then spiked back up. We focus again on the following day, and this particular day, as you can see, was a big up day. It was worth 140 points on the Dow from our entry to the close of the market, and so we profited quite nicely using the FOMC system. You can trade this system via the Dow, the NASDAQ, or the S&P. This is not a Forex trading system. We try and find trades based on the Dow, but the NASDAQ and the S&P and the Dow in most cases move in relative tandem on most days. Of course there's exceptions every once in a while, but in general that's what they do. So let's talk a little bit more about how you can trade this. How to trade the FOMC system. Now this is not a Forex trading system. This system was developed for the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P. I've traded this for years via the Dow and the NASDAQ and the S&P. I haven't checked it out whether it would work in the Forex market, so I do not know. but the way I have it set up, it's for the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. But if you're a Forex trader already, it's quite easy to set up accounts with one of these three different options that I recommend here. The first one you could trade the FOMC system with would be betonmarkets.com. It's great for those of you outside the U.S. It's a great way to go. You can open an account for $10 or $50 or something like that, and when you win, you make 90% profit. For example, if you risked $100 and won the trade, you would get $190 back. Your $100 investment plus $90 profit. I'll show you a way to even make 300% profit with Bet on Markets using their super double option. It's higher risk, of course, but it's nice money if you can win the super double. Intraday up and down bets earn 90%. The super double bets are worth 300%. And I walk you through in video form in the back office of the FOMC system exactly how to trade the FOMC system with Bet on Markets. The second option is one I'm really excited about and I'll be using a lot of myself, is myeasytrader.com. It's for those of you inside the U.S. I would highly recommend it. It's kind of like Bet on Markets, but it's available to people in the U.S. $100 is a minimum deposit. You can trade for as little as $30 per trade, and they have some great bonuses as well when you deposit. But it's a lot like Bet on Markets, but you get 81% profit when you win instead of the 90% profit with Bet on Markets. But Bet on Markets is not available to those in the U.S., so that's why I would recommend myeasytrader.com. Lastly, a futures account, which is one I would recommend for that, is globalfutures.com, and this is for those of you in the U.S. that want to ride some big moves. 140 points in the Dow, for example, in these trades that I've showed you in the last couple of minutes. With a mini contract in the futures market, a mini Dow contract, you make $5 per point. So $5 times 140 points in the Dow is $700 for that particular trade. So that's a nice gain for that. The issue with that is you're going to need at least $1,000 to open an account with a futures broker. However, if you're riding a really nice trade, you can make some really good money. So the profits are great with a futures account, but if you're starting with a little bit less, you may want to try myeasytrader.com, especially if you're in the U.S. What's next? I will be posting a second video on our site, FOMCSystem.com, at 9 a.m. Eastern, Tuesday, September 22nd. In that video, we will cover what is in the FOMC system, a schedule of webinars, the price, etc. Make sure you're on our opt-in list on the FOMCSystem.com site so you do not miss that video. Talk to you real soon. Have a great trading day.